to another episode of the Xbox International Podcast. Yeah, baby, yeah, we're on flight. What the fuck is going on here, man? What's up with this damn sound effects now, man? That scared the hell out of me. What's that? Is that something new that I did not know?
What do you mean? We
That's like a
always
new.
we always had it. It just
Oh, it was just broken, not
sometimes I
working.
forget. I forget.
Not working. Oh, okay, okay. But like I was saying, we're in flight 128. Let's go, Sourblow. Sourblow. I gotta say something. Let's give a moment of silence to the Sony fanboys. One moment of silence. Sad day happiness.
Oh wait, that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one. God damn it!
See, I told you it was broken.
That's not the one I was looking for.
Oh, you're not the one you were looking for? I told you it was broken. I told you it was broken. But yes, we gotta give them a moment of silence. It's just bad news after bad news after bad news. Conquered a game that died in just what was it, 11 days, and in 14 days it shuts off. Oh dear lord, it didn't even last 15 days. Oh no, oh no. Poor fanboys. But anyways, let's keep on going because we're gonna talk about that later on. And Sourblow, how are you doing and what have you been playing?
Oh man. Well, first of all, I'm a little bit my allergies are coming in. Fall is coming. Fall is here, and if I sound a little bit funny, it's because of that. Well, other than that, I'm doing great. I've been playing Chain Echoes. I'm been playing the heck out of it. I'm doing a bunch of side missions because I think I'm almost at the last mission. So just trying to make sure I do all the side missions I can before I finally beat the game. I've really enjoyed the game. I strongly recommend it if you're a fan of JRPGs. It has a very cool mechanic where it's not just. I mean, it is turn based, but it's not your typical turn based. It adds uh, some more elements where you gotta always be on edge, always be on top of like focusing on the battle itself. It's not just like let's do my most powerful move and I'll destroy all the monsters. No, it's not like that. You really gotta think your way through because each battle can change. And I'm really enjoying the story is great, the music is great, everything. So far, my only critique to the game, I think it's a little bit longer than what it should have been. I feel the game could have been divided in two or three parts. And, if there's things that the game could have that you could add it, sure, like you can say that about every other game. But for it being one developer, like it's amazing. It's an amazing game. I strongly recommend Chained Echoes. What about you, Lou? What have you been playing?
Man, Sourblow, I went through a lot this weekend, man. I gotta tell you, man. I played a lot of Call of Duty. Black Ops 6, it was great. Wondering something. But other than that, I played a lot of Call of Duty. I finished Jedi Survivor. I finished it. Jedi Survivor, I
Oh,
finished it.
nice. I like it.
Finished
Was
it.
good. Don't spoiler. I haven't played it, but
You have not played that game?
no.
Oh, Sourblow. The only spoilers I'm going to tell you about this game is
Oh my god! You always gotta
no, no,
say
no,
that.
no,
You're
no,
like
no,
the
no, no.
only thing I'm gonna tell you is
It's just advice. It's just advice, right? It's just
I
advice.
played the first one, so
Okay, but my advice is like, for example, finish the story first. That's the only advice I'm gonna give you.
the main story.
Yeah, finish the main story first, so that way you get like all the stuff to explore around the so you get all the stuff to explore around the whole levels, like for example the plants and everything, right? And and after I beat Jedi Survivor, I hopped into what's it called, Hogwarts Legacy. Just started playing that, and let me.
I actually just bought that game.
You actually just bought that game in
Yeah.
Salvo. I'm telling you, I don't know why that game did not get nominated for Gotti. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, seriously, I'm
Lou,
still trying to understand why it did not get nominated for Gotti. I
Lou,
mean, I understand there
you
was a
know
lot.
why? You
I
know
know, I
why?
know, I know. But again, it needed to be there. 100%.
Of course.
And it
Like,
needs to be there. I mean, that was the
yeah,
most sold game last year. It was the most sold game, right? Last year. And not only that, it's just like I said, I started playing it and it's just gorgeous, man. I mean, I went and I was like, wow, this game is freaking gorgeous. And I don't know nothing about Harry Potter. I mean, I see
yeah,
the
yeah. We
movies.
know, we know,
Yeah,
we know,
and I don't know
we
nothing.
know.
I'm just having fun with this game. Magic is fun. I won't give it any more spoilers, but yes. Um, but yeah, that's the only advice I'm gonna give you about Jedi Survivor. At the beginning, it starts a little bit slow, and then it picks up. That's all I'm gonna say about that game. And then back again to Call of Duty Black Ops 6 because man, I'm telling you, after I found out that the AK-74 is in there, I said, "Oh man, I'm gonna play this like hell." And I did. Played a couple rounds in it last night. Had a lot of fun.
I downloaded the beta to play it, and after I downloaded, when I sat down to play, I
What
was
happened?
like, because I'm doing a course, and I'm like, I was gonna get distracted. I'm like, I'm just gonna do another hour of the course I'm doing. So
You're just gonna do another hour of the course? Oh, okay, okay, okay.
yeah, cause yeah, if I would have started playing, like, I just wanted to test one or two match, but I know that was not gonna happen. I
Nope.
probably was gonna sit down for for a couple hours, and
Because the thing is,
yeah,
like when you started, you got to go through the training, right? The training pretty much to get there and everything to learn a little bit like the movements. It takes you 20 minutes, pretty much like a 20-minute thing. Then after that, you head into the multiplayer. Start shooting things up. But you got to play like at least 3 or 4, up to 5 matches, like to get finally
to
down.
get
Like
yeah
yeah, to get it down. Since there's no campaign, because with the campaign, while you're playing it, you get to learn even more. But since you're on the multiplayer, 4 to 5 matches, because they last like what 5 or 10 minutes. It depends mostly a match. So yeah, that's the thing with that game. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was a blast. I played with New Legal. I played with TJ. Loads of fun. Great time spent, man. I mean, wow, great game, great game. I can't wait till it's full release. I mean, it feels good. The Omni movement feels good. The guns feel good. Everything in that game feels awesome. It feels because like the game before, you had to run forward, or either you ran to the side, but you like it couldn't like actually run to the side. Like the guy was pretty stiff. He couldn't like move that much. Pause. And now he's super flexible. He's like Stretch Armstrong. He goes everywhere, moves everywhere, does everything. Seriously, it's crazy. It's crazy. I seen a lot of people pull up some cool moves, man, and I was like, damn, he got me good. It's really high paced. It's really high paced. It's not slow. It's more high paced than the last ones. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun. I
nice,
did. I did.
nice, nice.
So Sourblow, take us through the flight itinerary, sir.
All right, well, um, I'm kind of lost this week, but for the flight itinerary, we're I'm just gonna say this: there's gonna be some salt. There's going to be
Here we go.
some some salt, some pepper. There's gonna be, and that's for both sides. That's for Xbox and that's for PlayStation.
Oh, for
So
both sides.
for both
Oh,
sides,
for both
we
sides.
got something for both sides. So get
Mmm.
ready because this is gonna be
Finally,
spicy. What do you mean finally?
finally, you're gonna talk bad about one side, the other side. Finally, you're coming to the dark side, Sourblow. I'm proud of you. I'm proud
Okay,
of
I
you.
don't know what you're talking about, but Captain, are you ready, Captain?
Yes, I am, sir. I am ready to go. Just promoting the show since I was kind of lost. I was like, what the heck is going on today? But yes, here we go. Where is my
Oh,
thing?
do you know I never took you off screen,
You know, it took me off screen.
so
Oh, okay.
you've been here all the time.
All right. So yes, I got my captain gear on, and
You look
here
more
we
like a
go.
sailor. Oh, how's it see a thief went today?
Oh man, yes. Besides that, yes, I totally forgot. Sea of Thieves was fun. I mean, I went in there and SourblowI was impressed, man. I was impressed on the changes of that game. I had a lot of fun with Parent Plug. I mean, I was impressed that you can actually walk the rope.
Oh, walk the plank.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god, I was having fun as
Oh,
well.
like and walk
No, like
through the rope, through the
yeah,
rope now.
you
Yeah, yeah, you can.
use the grappling hook.
Yeah,
You can walk to the
that
rope.
game has
Oh my
that
god, I
game is
had a lot of
insane.
fun.
It's
And
nothing
the
like the beginning.
and the weird thing, we were like in a server like pretty much alone. I mean, there was like nobody on there. I don't know what server the Parent Plug played, but guys, if you do not follow Parent Plug, go follow him on Twitch. He's also got his YouTube channel. It's called Plucked83. I gotta add all the information later on when in the Good Morning Show, so you guys can follow that guy. All he does is play Sea of Thieves, and man,
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
he's cool. He's
he
cool.
I had a lot of fun. It was a blast. And man, look at
Yeah,
my hat. My hat.
but
Oh,
if
that's talking
you're,
about itself. Oh,
I don't think you were alone, because if you're alone, it changes server auto, like after a certain period, it will
oh, it's
change
in
the server.
server.
Yeah,
Oh
it does.
man, it does. But yes, we collected like 240,000 gold today. Just us running around doing stuff. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun. But anyways, let's get the show on the road. And here we go. Oh, where is it? Ladies and gentlemen, Louis has turned on this. Oh, that Sour has turned on the subscribe button. Please store your food and beverages next to your desk underneath the seat or in front of you. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. And also make sure you've hit that like button as we take off. We gently remind that smoking and drinking are not prohibited on this flight. However, buying the physical edition of Concord and playing it forever is strictly prohibited. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight panelists. Thank you. All right, Sour, let's get this show on the road, man. We got a lot of things to talk about, but real quick, Sourblow, let me go in this amazing chat. I mean, these guys are awesome.
Mayday, mayday.
I'm trying to understand what the hell you're doing. You keep interrupting my ass. Oh man, Richie, what's up, Richie? How you doing, brother? Oh man, Richie in the house. Abdel, Phil, Dominus, Maximus, Aurelius, Spencer. Jesus, what a name! I mean, if I had a name like that, I would be bullied all over the place. My God, that is a long ass name. Best CEO in gaming history. What's up, Abdel? How you doing? Captain Irving! What's up, Captain Irving? How you doing? How you doing, brother? Let's keep on going. Back from the dead. Yes, he's just ready for takeoff. Let's go. Mike Johnson. Yo, 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 yo. What's cracking lacking? Mike Johnson said I went through a lot. Oh, man, Mike Johnson. You guys have been through a lot lately. I mean, these Sony fanboys have gone through a lot these past few days. Poor guys, poor guys. And also, so let me see who else is in here. Mysterious. Hi, man. Seen on the PC COD 6. Everyone getting all ready. Yes, I am. I'm telling you, everybody's ready for that Black Ops 6. Woo, woo, woo. And Nintendo has all the honey. Yep, they have the honey, the peanut butter, and the what's the thing called you put on pancake? Syrup, honey syrup, maple syrup. And they have all the maple syrup. Oh man, Adidas 20 serum member for 9 months economy class. Thank you so much, brother. That is awesome. How you doing, Jam Shark? Hello. Xbox was 2 WS this week. Yep. 2 wins this week. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go. Let's go. Sourblow. Oh man, Jam Shark has been a member for 10 months. Oh, oh, oh. That is awesome, man. That is awesome, man. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. But man, oh man, Sour, I'm ready to go since I'm gonna be in charge of the show today, right? It's gonna be me. So let's start off with the takeoff topic, which was story
Who
time with
who said
Phil
it was you?
Spence.
But go ahead.
Oh, okay. You
Sure.
can you go ahead and
No,
have
go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I'm cool. You want to
Go
do it? Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, introduce. Introduce. Go ahead.
Introduce. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the story time with Phil, which we basically learn about Phil Spencer's history. You know, of everything. How he started gaming. You know, he played Dr. J with his father and all that cool stuff. I mean, that was a pretty cool, awesome 1 hour thing. Just learning a little bit about him. You know, and his playing days and all the fun he had, and that on Fridays. You know, while his girlfriend, now his wife, was in college, right, taking classes. That man went to the arcade rooms to play games, man. Damn, Phil. Listen, Sourbow. Phil has a perfect life, Sourbow. I mean, he 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 games all day, Sourbow, and he makes money from gaming. He games all day. I mean, we see him on Xbox when you go in there, or is he playing Diablo
I don't
4?
think that's all he does.
I don't think so. That's all he does either. But
Or maybe he does. Who knows?
hmm, maybe he does because man,
Maybe.
every time I go on, I see him playing a game. He's either playing Fallout, which he mentioned that his base got bombed. I just left my ass out when he said that. Because remember they nuked his base? That was so funny. Oh man. Yeah, and it was a fun little brief history. But though, we gotta talk about this hour. Xbox Phil Spencer says he passed on acquiring so many games, including Destiny and Guitar Hero. Sour, 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 sour. If Phil would have purchased Destiny during that time, would it be different to what's happening nowadays? What do you think?
What was the question? It failed.
Would have purchased Destiny during that time? Would have Destiny been different? Or what do you think it would have happened with it?
I mean, we can't predict the future, so we don't know like what could have happened. But what I do know this is I think this episode should have been called um the gaming companies are like out of touch with gaming because we have the topic we're gonna talk later on the Sony side, right?
Yes, sir.
But also, if you look at this, I know a lot of people praise Phil and everything, but it's not like one mistake. Like it's several mistakes, and some of them I feel like were kind of like no brainers. Like he did not only pass on Destiny, which
Mm-hmm.
is what most people are talking about. He passed on Genshin Impact, which I'm assuming at that time, since it had no name, he could have probably gotten that very cheap. He passed on the Marvel's IPs, which basically he could have had Spider Man, he could have had other Marvel's IP. He
Mm-hmm.
passed on GTA 3. I mean, come on, like
Wait,
how could
GTA 3?
yeah.
But wait, you're talking about Grand Theft Auto 3? Grand Theft Auto 3 from PlayStation 2 era when that game released on PlayStation 2?
Or was it 4? I think that's what I saw in the stuff. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it could have been. No, wait. Well, it
I
was
think that's what I
5.
saw in the thing.
Because here's the thing, though,
Let me
Sourblow.
see.
Because
Hold on.
I mean, I think when he mentioned, like, for example, Guitar Hero, he probably, probably passed on that he probably didn't push it, but he was not in charge back in the day of Xbox, though, because he was in charge now since 2014. Because that's the part when he
Oh
mentioned
no,
guitar.
it wasn't. It wasn't him. But Microsoft passed on
Oh,
GTA
Microsoft.
3.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. All right. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There you go. Fix things up. I was like, what? GTA 3? I mean, damn. I
Okay.
mean, that thing is old as hell. It wasn't there yet.
Yeah. True. 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 Thanks for the
Yeah.
correction there.
Oh,
Um.
100%.
But yeah. But anyway, like he did pass on Genshin Impact,
Mm-hmm.
and but at the same time, though, I do also understand like you can't predict everything that's gonna happen. Like maybe maybe he didn't think Genshin Impact was gonna be as big as it was. But here's my thing though, like I feel like they need to do a better job at, and I'm sure you're gonna talk about this, but
Yeah. We're going to.
because yeah, you talked about this morning, but
Yes, sir.
like I told you in the chat, they need to do a better job at securing, not securing exclusivity necessarily, but exclusivity, securing that these games don't skip your platform.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And look at the whole thing with that game, which I forgot the name of it. That
And
it's from
Toria.
yeah,
We have,
Toria. The whole
we have
mess
that for
with
next
that.
topic. We have that for
Yeah,
next topic because we got to jump on that.
like you could have avoided all this from the very beginning. So that's something they need to work on. I feel that a lot of people, and this, I hope no one gets offended, but I'm gonna say this because it works both ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
You People have to stop like accepting everything the companies say and do as like
I keep
it's
saying
okay.
that.
Like if something is not right, like you have to either sure, complaining most of the time don't do nothing, but you can also speak with your wallet. For example,
With
there's
Concord.
exactly, yeah. Conquer people spoke with their wallet, and that game is gone. So
Yep.
hopefully,
But the
Sony
but the
works
thing
on
is
other games that people do
but
want.
the thing is though, Sarah, with that one though, is that they could not speak with the wallet because they're always on a run on supporting the devs. So they couldn't speak with the wallet right there. That was the big
We're
problem
gonna talk
there.
about that. We're gonna talk about that. This is
We
not
would
about
talk about
Sony
that.
right now.
It's not about Sony right now. But yes, you know what, Sourblow? Let's take the next topic, which is gonna be that and just smash it all together in this one. Let's just smash it all together so we can get all this stuff down because it's gonna
I
have
mean,
a
they
yeah, I mean,
correlate.
it's cool. I mean, it's cool because at the end of the day, though, it's part of the whole topic about Phil skipping games and everything that goes on. Because look, right? I said this morning, and I'll say this again, and I even talked about it yesterday because we've been saying this for a while, and people say, "Oh no," people are like, for example, they're like, "No, Louis pony botting or something like that." No, I'm not pony botting. The thing is, right? When I gotta be critical, I gotta be critical, because if I don't be critical, then how do I expect for the company to be better for us? I mean, don't you guys think that aren't we like tired of seeing like all this whole Twitter mess out there? We see support like on social media, everything that goes on. We seen something go on that these guys are supposed to be Xbox guys, and what they do, they're flip flopping things, right? Like for example, one of them is talking horrible about the Series S, and I'm like, okay, how can you say that? And and seriously, it's just become like a thing just for clicks. That's how I see it. Like everybody's doing this for clicks, and like I mentioned this morning, Microsoft needs to work in three things urgently. They need to fix this, right? Because what I'm seeing is when I sat down and analyzed and did a deep analyzation about this was that this has not happened once, right? We saw that when Dying Light released, there was a problem with the Series S, right? We saw that with Baldur's Gate, there was a problem with the Series S. We saw that there was a problem with, again, they keep on referring to the Series S. And what happened was when you look at it and you analyze it, it's not like they're trying to say, well, the Series S is a piece of shit. That's not what they're saying. They're saying that they ran into a problem in the console and it needed to be fixed. So when you also read, for example, the whole thing with Entoria, which was interesting about the Entoria thing, when you read into it, and I also read this by other companies, they say this PlayStation comes and works with us. Now, you don't see those devs going out there saying, well, I ran into a problem with the PlayStation hardware. I never saw that they ran into a problem with the PlayStation hardware because when they do run into the problem, PlayStation right there comes around and sends a guy or sits there and talks to them to find a way to solve it. Because Sour, we know these guys sit there, develop, and they're trying to port this game to a console. So they can run into a problem and PlayStation's right there to support. Now with Xbox, for example, we also saw the Doom situation saying it's gonna be challenging to put this game on the Series S. They say it's gonna be
Yeah,
challenging. But here's the thing though, Sour, I mean you're a PC guy. There's still games running on a 1080, right? Ti, isn't there?
there's a game running on a 1060.
A 1060. Imagine that. So I'm not a
That's
PC guy. I'm not a PC guy. But I'm asking you that question because you know your stuff. So is there still games running on a 1060, then a Series S wouldn't be an issue to run these games. Now the issue comes around is that I said this morning is the lack of communication that they're having with these devs. There's gotta be a problem over there that they gotta fix. Now, is it a horrible problem like everybody's painting it out there? No, it's not a horrible problem, but it is a problem
yeah.
that they need to fix. You
I
know?
feel like it is and it isn't
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it shouldn't be like this big issue, like you said.
Yeah.
I think you put it on a good way, but the problem is that it seems to be a little bit more challenging. Of course, you have a less powerful hardware, so it is going to be more challenging to optimize for that hardware. Um, and on top of that, it seems that I don't know, it was miscalculation or it just that team was not ready for it. I don't know what's the issue. I don't want to talk because I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But the matter of the fact is that something is wrong with well, not wrong, something is making it more difficult for developers to optimize for the Series S,
Mm-hmm.
and because of that reason, it takes longer for the developers to develop for it and all that, and they need more help in order to,
Exactly.
I guess, to know the ends and ends of the hardware. Like maybe there's different tricks, different stuff. I think Xbox should have a team that kind of it only works on that, like helping other developers figure out a better
Yeah,
way. Or maybe you can even have like a platform where they go in and they watch little videos. You can do this, you can do that, but something that
exactly.
helps
So,
developers
something that can help them
develop
out.
faster.
A
But
100%.
yeah,
Because I see Mike Johnson drop the Series S, problem solved. That's not the problem, Mike Johnson. I think the whole problem is because look, what I said was before. You see them say this: if the Antora developers and they said that the PlayStation comes around and works with them, that means they have run into something. Because why?
yeah,
Why? Because look, Mike Johnson, you got to look at this way. Why would PlayStation go and work with them when all they got to do is port the game in there? Why do you think they say they worked with them? You know why
yeah.
they work with them? Because they ran into an issue by porting the game and the PS5.
Lou, I want to add to what you said. Like,
Yeah,
it sounds easy, just drop the Series S,
yeah,
but then,
exactly.
but then you most likely out of their console gamers, probably more people have the Series S than the Series X. So you're gonna drop most of your players in the console platform. You're gonna lose all those people, and you're just gonna tell them, "Oh, that's it." Like, we're dropping the console. Like, I don't think people would be happy with that.
So the thing is, though, Sarah, like I was mentioning about, the whole situation with the devs. So I mean, if they like I said, they came around, they posted out there on Twitter, and the thing is, right, when it comes out to that, they posted out on Twitter, posted out on social media, the places and everything. And look, they even thanked Phil Spencer for coming around and saying, "Hey guys, we gotta be more what's it called? We got to be more frontal about the situation because we cannot let this keep on happening." And like I say though, there's a lot of people out there who just likes to throw shit in the gutter, blame a console because again, right? Sour is in the PC world. I'm not. 1060 still runs games to this day. I mean, 1060. That's how old is that graphic card, Sourblow? Like how old? Like 5 or 6 years? Like more. How old
More.
is that graphic card? Oof, that's an old graphic card. I mean, and it still keeps on
I
running the
think. Let me see.
games. Yeah, it's a graphic card that's from a long time ago. So yes, I mean, if they can make it work, with a 1060 or 1080, I mean, why not the Series S? So like I said, when I did a deep analyzation about this, I went in and said, let me analyze this. Let me read a couple
It's
things. Let me see what's
actually
going on.
2016.
2016. So imagine that. That thing is what 9 years old, and they're still putting games for that graphic card to make work on it. Oh my god! I don't know what you guys are saying to drop the Series S.
Yeah,
Does it
I
sit?
think something they should have done with the Series S, and
What's
I
up?
said it a long time, is drop the whole thing with the parity where it has to, like, if it runs 60 on the X, it has to run 60 on the S.
Yeah,
I think they should have dropped that, or add something where, like, when you first release the game, it doesn't have to, but down the line you have to, make it where it has parity, because
yeah,
a lot of the games that have skipped, it's because they can't run initially 60 on the S. Even though eventually they do get the 60 patch, but a lot of the games initially they have issue. So a lot of the users sometimes miss out on the game because of that. When you could have dropped it 30 on the S, 60 on the X, and then down the line the S gets a patch, and you would have avoided a lot of this. But I don't know why they didn't do that. But
that's a good question. I mean, at the end of the day, though, sir, they like I said though, they got to get some guys out there, work with them head to head, have a good team that can work with the developers. Like how PlayStation works with them. Because again, Mike, you keep saying the Series S is a problem. It's the problem is not in the Series S, brother. I mean, that's right there for you to develop on. The problem is that when the devs head into the Series S and they find an issue, you don't got a good support team to be there backing them up and say, "Hey, look, let's see what's going on." Okay, because I mean, look, we saw the hack email. They even posted it out there showing this, right? They said like, "Oh man, we couldn't do it in 6 months and everything. Haven't gotten a response." And then we see the Intoria, which they said it took. We sent an email 2 months ago. We're still waiting on them. I mean, and of course, I know shit happens in big corporation. It happens, but this type of thing shouldn't keep on happening. It's like what? It's been happening. It's happened
But
before with several games. Like I said, like for example, Baldur's Gate 3. The issue they had is they couldn't get split screen in there. But then working on it, they found a way to put it in there, and look, the game ran perfectly fine over there, right? The thing is, it's easier for everyone to go in there and blame the console because that's what everyone does. They like to blame and point fingers and say, "Oh, is the Series S is the problem? Oh, this thing is a huge problem. They should drop that shit. Don't care about it." The issue is lack of communication that they gotta fix. That's the issue. And is that a bad thing? If it continues on, it's gonna turn into a really bad thing. Now, if they sit down right now, especially that has happened a couple of times now, as we've seen, because I told you this in the morning videos, there is 1,000 games out there. There is 1,000 games out there. I'm just making up that number, but in 1,000 games, you got 990, let's say 980 games that are working fine in the Series S and 20 are not working, right? Then the console isn't a problem. Now, if out of 1,000 games, 600 of them are having issues and 400 are working fine, then the console has a problem.
yeah,
That's how
well,
you got to see it.
yeah. Another thing to add to like it is a bit of a problem because at the end of the day, you as a developer, you need more resources, you need more help to develop and
Yep.
optimize for the Series S. So let's not lie that it's no issue at all. But if you look, for example, at the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch is it's also an issue to for developers that want to develop like highly graphical games, but yet there's developers that have been able to run games like Doom Eternal, like Witcher 3 on the Nintendo Switch. But the thing with those developers, they have the resources, they have the money, they have the time to
Okay.
port these games to
Now,
these consoles. Now Xbox have to try to make it easier for developers to
exactly.
to first want to port their game to their platform, and
Hmm.
second make it easier for them to optimize and all that. I think they have to have a special team for that.
So Mike Johnson says, Louis, so you're saying that developers are lying. I never said the developers are lying, Mike Johnson. I never said that. I have never said that developers are lying. I'm not saying that there is a lie out there. No, no, no. I'm talking about the guys who took this and spin it around and made it look like there is a major issue with the console. That's where who I'm saying that are pretty much are coming up with all this crazy stuff out there. Because all the developers said was, "Hey, listen, we ran into an issue with the console. Hey, listen, we ran into this, we ran into that." And what I'm saying is, like, after I did a deep analyze, right? Because I went in there, I read a bunch of articles on everything that goes on, and what I'm seeing is, with everything that happened these past couple of days, right? It could be that there is a big lack of communication. Because the thing is, though, Mike, if you see this, after the devs come out and say we've run into an issue, is the game running on the console after that? Tell
Yeah,
me no.
how many games have developers come out to say that they cannot make they cannot run it or they're having issues, and then months later it releases on the S and
Exactly.
it gets a patch and it comes out at 60 FPS. So
Exactly. So they
I
always,
mean,
at the end of the day, though, Mike, they always look for a way around. Now, what I'm thinking is, and I'm saying is this, and it's because we see it on the marketing, we see it on the PR, right? We see it on that stuff, right? And what I saw these past couple of days is like they're having a little bit of a lack of communication and they got to fix it. Now, is it a major problem like everybody paints it? No. Has it turned into a major problem? Not yet. If they continue on, it's going to turn into a major problem. And then that time, everybody's going to say, we're not working with you because you guys are impossible to work with. It's going to, if they don't fix that problem. So, yeah, I'm not calling the developers a liar. I'm not calling like you said though, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that when there is a problem out there of something that happens, people love to spin it around and call it the end of the world. That's what they do. I mean, look, I got a question for y'all. Phil skipping, for example, the Destiny during that time. Now everybody's like thinking, oh my God, if Phil would have grabbed Destiny, this wouldn't have happened with Sony and all this stuff. I mean, we can't predict that because Phil didn't go for it. We can't predict that if that could have happened or not. Because basically, these articles, like always, media always picks the side, and we saw it these last 2 weeks when Conquer released. Look at how much love Conquer got. I mean, I have never seen a game so beloved that the whole even their own fans didn't buy it. They didn't even buy it. Media beloved it. I've seen a lot of these guys. I'm still waiting for that Herman Host interview over there and Kind of Funny. I have not seen that yet. Where is it? Because when Phil Spencer was there, right on the dot with Phil. Where is Herman Host? I'm still waiting for that one. Is it gonna happen? No, they're not gonna. I don't believe it's gonna happen. If it does, then okay, I'm gonna sit there, get my popcorn, and eat it and watch it and enjoy. Because seriously, like I say, out there, they're not calling things down the middle. And that is my main problem. People don't say things, and what they do is they mix things up because that's what get the clicks. That's what get, that toxicity that they complain about over the whole Conquer when it came out over the weekend. Because you know why there was toxicity? Because you are all the ones who push this. When Sony comes out with something, you see those beautiful, what's it called? Clickbaits out there feeding them those toxicity to go out there and say, yeah, look right here, bam. And then you see the other one, yeah, look right here, bang. And so now the Xbots, how they call them, they said, okay, now it's our turn. Let's go out there. Hey, where's your energy? Hey, what's happening over here? Hey, what's going on? We have not seen it. Where is it? Still, we have not seen it out there. Still. But hey, that's how it is. What can we do? That's how it is. That's how it is. And like I said, they love to spin things around. That's the truth. They spin a ton of shit around for for nothing, just to talk bad about the brand. Because no, I don't understand why they don't talk the good stuff about Xbox. I don't understand. They never do. Whatever Xbox does is bad. Everything, everything is bad for Xbox. That's what ticks me off. But what can I say? I eat my popcorn and have my fun, right, Sourblow? That's what we do. But yeah, like I was saying though, the whole situation with that, seriously, if I'm not critical when it comes down that there's something going on and speak the truth, then I'm not a fan. I gotta be critical. I gotta say, Xbox, you gotta fix the whole communication thing before becomes a major problem. Because right now, I know shit happens, right? You're a big corporation, but you gotta sit down and fix this before it becomes a major thing. And everybody says we're not gonna work with you because it's impossible. We don't have communication. We have issues and everything. It's impossible. But that's how it is, Salvo. That's how it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm. You agree? So, since we tackled down topic number two, I guess we're gonna real quick go through the crazy updates. I mean, Sourblow, there hasn't been that much crazy updates out there, so I'm just gonna read like two of them that came out, and I'm happy that, and I know you're gonna be happy because you're gonna be playing this game. So for the crazy updates of the week, it's gonna be Warhammer 40,000 release date is September 9th. Sourblow, September 9th. And I saw someone on the Series X playing it yesterday. I won't say who, but yesterday when I was playing Call of Duty, I saw him on there, and he's been on the channel. But yeah, I won't say who. But yes, I saw him. There's oh, he's playing Warhammer. I want to
Oh,
jump
you
in the.
you can say who he is.
I guess you can say
Yeah,
who he is. You sure? You sure? You sure? I don't want to get
yeah.
him in trouble because they have
No,
embargoes and stuff. I don't know if he was
no,
the
no. If
embargo.
it's who I think it is, he even put up a review video in Spanish though. But
Ah, ecstasies
yeah,
then, right? Yeah,
yes,
exactly. I
yes.
saw him last night playing it. I was like, oh,
It was actually a very well put together review. I
review.
wish it was in English so we can. But if you speak Spanish, you definitely check it out. It was a pretty good, or maybe he has subtitles. I'm not sure. Well, it was pretty good. He definitely sold it for me. So
Yeah, there you go. Like Texas ecstasies, Louis laughed my ass off. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you said it. Yeah, ecstasy. Yeah, ecstasy
yeah,
was playing it. And man, I was really happy seeing him play. I was like, oh man, he's lucky. He got a code to play. Good shit. I want to play that game, but I gotta play number one first before I hop into that game. Though I gotta beat that one. I have it on Steam. I bought it like a couple months ago. I gotta jump into that game. But before I play that game, though, Sour, I gotta play the Alien Isolation game. Right? I gotta play that game right here live with you all, so you guys can laugh at me. And before I play the Alien Isolation, I gotta play that game where uh, I don't know if chat wants me to play it though. I
Indica.
know. Nah, fuck. Hell no, ain't no play no damn Indica, man. Already, Sourblow, listen. You pushed me to play that game. I am never gonna be ever. When you say, Louis, play this game, I ain't playing that. I gotta seriously go in there and watch it before I play it.
No,
Cause
I haven't played that game. I just told you if you wanted
yeah,
to play it.
yeah,
I bought it
you,
for you.
yeah. I know you bought it for me. Thank you so much. But at the end of the day, though, Sourblow, that was the most torturous 5 hours of my life. I have never, like, literally, look, there's some things that like you say, man, why did I spend my time doing this? That's the only thing in my life I will always lament that I spent 5 hours into that game. I ain't kidding you. That was the worst game I've ever played. I mean, and that shit survived you more than Concord did. Damn, damn. But yeah, the other crazy update is Sablo Astrobot release date this Friday. Astrobot is coming out on September 6th, Sablo.
That game looks good.
And Sourblow, I got a
That,
question for you, and we're gonna
no
shake
cap.
things up. I got a question for you, and we're gonna shake these things up because look, right? I know it's a Sony game. I know it's a Sony game. I know it's a Sony game.
It's a game at the end of the day.
Exactly, it's a game at the end of the day. And this is how I see it, though. I'll tell you how I see it. And my question is to you: could this game can compete against Mario as a platform? What do you think about that?
I don't. I don't think it's. I don't think it's necessarily gonna be like. I don't know why people love. First of all, I don't know why people love comparing games to other like great
No, no, no,
franchise.
no, no,
Like
no, 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 no. I'm not comparing the game. I said compete
no,
against
I seen
Mario.
people. No, I'm not talking about
Okay,
you. I
okay, okay.
seen people say already that this game is gonna be on Mario level or is gonna be better than Mario and all that. I don't know. First of all, it doesn't have to be exactly like Mario. Um, it's better if it's its own thing. Sure,
Hmm.
it could be inspired by Mario, but I hope it brings other things, other mechanics and stuff. But the game looks beautiful. The big game looks super fun. Looks amazing. I'm truly, especially if I'm not gonna play it right away. I'm not gonna cap because I'm waiting for Stalker 2. That's one that I'm planning on playing a lot of hours, and then Starfield DLC. Oh my god, so many games. But definitely when that game comes to PC, because we know it's coming to PC, that I'm definitely buying that game and I'm definitely playing that game. That game looks super fun, and I hope it does well because this is a game that I hope Sony start doing more games like this and not make your traditional third person action adventure like sure
Yes.
they'll get those games look great and all that, but I would like them to have other type of games. That's the
This
reason
is
why I don't own their platform, because even though I love video games, I love all type of games, but their games are they don't call me really. But this game does grab my attention, to be honest. So I'm super intrigued. I want to see what people have to talk about this game. I
yeah.
believe Mike in the chat. I know he's probably gonna play it. So um, I want to see what
Oh,
Mike thinks about it when he plays it.
I already got some juicy gossip, but I'm not gonna say it because it was live in the morning show. But yes, I got a little bit of juicy gossip on the game,
But yeah, the
and
game looks
baby,
great. Just no cap, it looks amazing. So,
yeah,
what
man,
about
it's
you, Lou? Or you got a PS5? You gonna play this game?
yes, I am. I'm gonna go out there and support it because you know why am I gonna go out to support this game? Because man, oh man, Sour Blow, something happened in January and the first months of the gaming this year that I was really proud of. I was really proud of this because man, I always say this com- because we go out there, you say compare games, and talk things like this, right? But look at Power World. Power World shook the Pokemon world. a lot of Pokemon guys been talking about that. That Pokemon's been the same. You've been one that's been saying that Pokemon's been the same for years and years and years, right?
Yeah.
And with the power coming out, that really shook them. Now they gotta sit down and say, "Oh man, look at this game. What are we gonna do? We gotta change a couple things because seriously, this game came out and man, what it sell? 25 million. It shook the world. This game is great, and it's still selling. It's a great game." Even though and the funny thing is, this came out as a what? What did it came out? A beta or something? I
Early
think
access.
early access. This game came out as an early access, and look how much it did. 25
Yeah.
million sales. I mean, that shook them up, and
Yeah.
that's why.
Imagine if this game had like an anime and all
hmm
that, like a comic
Which
book and all
we
that.
saw that they signed a deal with Sony to make it into a TV show, right? We saw that, didn't they?
No, I think it was. Was it for a TV? I think it was
Yeah,
for
I think it
merchandise,
was.
wasn't
Let
it?
me see. Merchandise. Let me see. Power World and Sony signed a deal. Let me see. Power World signed a deal to form. Signed a deal acquisition by. Oh, that's not an acquisition. Power World. Oh yeah, for merchandise. Yeah, just for
Yeah,
merchandise.
it
Yeah,
was for merchandise.
merchandise. But let's see if that later on turns into an anime. Let's see if that later on turns into something. Because at the
Yeah,
end of the day, I would love to see that. I would love to see something go out there and compete against Pokemon. And this is why, for Astrobot, right? I want to see it compete against Mario. It's time that something comes out and competes against Mario as a platformer, right? Because if Astrobot does really well, that's going to shake up the guys over there and say, oh man, we got to do something better for Mario. And that's going to push them because, hey, why the hell
well,
not? It has to.
I don't think Mario needs competition in the sense of because every Mario tries to innovate. That's something that you got to give to
Yeah, I
Nintendo.
got to give them to
They
that. They
they
always try
they
to innovate. I
always
don't stay
innovate.
stuck.
They
Yeah,
don't innovate like high end graphics and all that, but
yeah.
in game mechanics, they always innovating. So
Yeah, but and he's a little guy, and not only that, Sony needed a mascot for the longest of time. They had Crash Bandicoot at the beginning. They had,
you
and
you
this
know
this
you
could be
know what I hope this does real quick. Sorry to interrupt you. I
what
hope this inspire Xbox to
exactly.
start
I was gonna
using
head
their
that.
freaking mascots
I
because
was
they have
gonna
a
head
bunch of
into that.
mascots. We want Conqueror.
See, there you go. I was gonna head into that. You got me right there. I was gonna head into that because if Astrobot comes out and becomes a banger, it can push also Xbox to say, hey, let's look at these babies right here. Let's see if we can bring them back to life. You got to bring these babies back to life, and that's what I want. This is the type of competition I love to talk about. I love talking about game competition, not console competition. I don't care about who sells the most or anything. I want to talk about games,
But
right?
Lou, my plastic
Damn.
box is better than yours.
Oh, what? Your Series S?
Yeah. Oh, actually, wait. My
Wait.
Series. Hold on. Watch. My Series S is the best. I'll show you real quick.
What is the best? What does your Series S does that my Xbox doesn't do? My Series X, because I have the raw power here. So let's see what yours does. Oh man, this is fun stuff, fun stuff, fun stuff. Oh man, I'm really having fun with this one.
So my series. Well, I got two Series S, but the Series S I keep on the down here by the TV where my two sons use it. My youngest, my youngest one decided that the Series S didn't look that great, so he decided to. I don't know if you can see.
Let me see. Let me see. Where are
he,
you? I can't see you. Hold on, hold on, hold on,
oh,
hold on.
hold on. Let me put myself. So he decided to.
Oh, he started drawing it.
He decided
Ah,
to draw on it and make it look
that's
better.
nice. Graffiti on the Series S. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. That's cool.
When I
That's cool
saw that, I
stuff.
was like, "Oh, what did you do?" So, but I just
No,
kept it like that. I'm like, whatever. It is what it is.
whatever. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, if it at least it looks prettier though. It combines a little bit with I don't know what it combines with, but yeah, it kind of lights it up a little bit instead of looking at that white thing right there looking at you.
Looks like hieroglyphics.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, if you could have made them 3D, it would have been better. But Sourblow, that if you go to Europe though, there's a guy who paints beautiful stuff. I've seen his
Oh slap!
TikTok videos.
It has a
Yeah,
HBK.
that's HBK. Oh, so it's got Shawn Michaels on it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. But look, Sourblow. Where were we at? Because now we took off track. Where were
Astrobot. Astrobot.
Astrobot. Okay, yeah, we're back in Astrobot, right? But at the end of the day, though, let's see how Astrobot goes. I hope that Sony finally gets the mascot they've been looking for the longest of time. And yes, it's time for these platformers to come back. It's time. I have a feeling it's time for them to come back, especially, we've been asking a lot for this. I'm a guy that's been asking a lot for this. I wish that games will go back to the time where it was like between 12 to 15 hours to finish. Not these long games where it goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, I think we need a
Yeah,
mixture of
we need a
both.
mixture of all that because I mean, literally, the whole gaming world literally jumped in and said, "Okay, let's go Souls like." All right, now everybody's a Souls like game. Everybody's
So many, yeah,
so many Souls like games, right? Not only that, it take forever. Okay, and now you also, got open world games. Everything has to be a damn open world game. And when
yeah,
you play a damn open world game, you're like running around doing stuff like trying to do something, but in order to do something, you gotta run like for 3 minutes to get there and do something, probably a minute and a half, right? It's not as engaging as Red Dead Redemption because Red Dead Redemption is really engaging. Grand Theft Auto is
yeah.
too,
The
but
thing with like open world games nowadays
yeah,
is that a lot of them have a lot of things like with no meaning.
exactly.
Like for example, Red Dead Redemption, even like
Hey,
every little thing is like a detail, and
yeah,
you're kind of you're in this world.
hmm,
That's basically why they did such a great thing. You're in this era, in this world, and you can do whatever you want within that aspect. Everything is optional. They don't force you to do things that you don't want to do, and there's not things that you do that are kind of like dumb, like collecting like little like things where just to collect things, just to say, oh, here, collect things. Like everything in there is for a reason. So
yeah,
I hope most games do that. Like, don't add things just to make the game longer. Basically, that's what it feels like with a lot of these games. So continually.
yeah. I mean, seriously, they gotta switch that around now, man. I mean, I keep saying we need short. Like for example, I play Star Wars, went through it. It took me like 3 days to beat it, like 3 gaming days to beat it. And I was like, oh Lord, it's just 3 game days to beat it because after I finish the game though, there's other stuff you gotta do. Won't give you spoilers that are part of it because like I said, you finish the story first and once you get like all the cool things, you start to explore. Um but yeah, I mean, after you get done with like the main stuff you want to explore, like what else is there to do? Like what? Get the
Yeah,
achievements out? Like for example, an achievement like you throw a guy off a building. I'm like, okay, that's. I mean, seriously, I have
yeah.
to go travel to this place, grab a stormtrooper, and just throw him just to get. Nah, heck
It's
no.
like, for example, Arkham Knight. I'm a big Batman fan. I love Arkham, and that
But
was one.
which
Uh,
one though? Which
Arkham
one?
Knight, the last one, the open world.
Okay, you're talking about Arkham Knights,
Yeah, that's
the one with Robin, because
no,
this
no, no,
Batman.
no. Arkham Knight. Wait,
Yeah, because there's
the
Arkham
one with just
Knights.
Batman. Batman. No,
Okay,
not
that's
Knights.
okay.
Just
Arkham Knight. Okay, okay, Arkham Knight. Yeah.
yeah, just with Batman. Um, that one, for example, I wanted to do the whole thing, and you know, I completed almost everything except
Mhm.
one thing: collecting all the like
Oh my
Riddler
god,
like things.
that's so annoying.
Oh my! Like I thought I was almost done, and then when I looked, I had like 160 something, and then when I look how many were the total, they were like 300 and something. I was like, hell
Nope.
no.
Hell no.
I was like, no, hell
Hell,
no.
hell
So
no.
I just stopped there. I did everything else except that. And then Arkham Knights, another example that you did with that one. That one, the story, like everything was great,
Yeah.
but when they put you in the open world,
Oh my
it
god.
felt too repetitive. It's like, and you gotta do. They force you to do like all these little missions that feel so insignificant
Yeah.
that I don't know why they did that. Like, because they force you. Because if you don't do them, you don't open up like the next story. I don't know why they did that.
Exactly. I
That was
mean,
a horrible
that was a
choice.
horrible choice because yeah, I mean, with Arkham Knight, the game, the Batman one, right? With Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Knight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That one, then you, in order to continue the story, you had to do the open missions. But the thing is, you have so much stuff to do. I mean, like I said, the world is engaging.
Oh,
You're not bored. And
I honestly, Lou, I didn't
uh,
even know you had to do that.
yes, you had to.
Okay, because I always,
Yeah,
whenever I wanted to do like a main mission, I always had it like open.
yeah.
But
It
with the
gets to a
one
point.
with
It's a
Knights, no.
because it gets to a point, right? Well, when you do it, we're playing Arkham Knight, right, the Batman one, and it gets to a point like it happened to me. I'm like, oh, but what's the next mission? But Alfred tells you, oh, but you gotta solve like 2 or 3 things before you continue on, and you go in and you do like one
Oh,
or two.
interesting.
You don't have to do them all. But the difference is those were engaging and they weren't boring.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I was gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah.
That's probably the reason why, because those were like, and they felt like the side missions didn't feel like little side missions like Arkham
Nope,
Knights, because
nope.
Arkham Knights feel like you're just doing like little dumb stuff. I gotta say it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, the game is fun, but
Yeah, it could have been so much better.
it could have been so much better. No joke. I mean, I try to play every time I try to play the Arkham Knights game. Every time I go into it, I play a little bit. I'm like, I can't play this. I go
Did,
back and start playing Batman Arkham Knight, just to have that good
yeah.
feeling of Batman back again.
Did you play
Which
Atomic
one?
Heart?
I played it for a little bit, but how is it though? Is it engaging? Is it not? Or is it too boring?
Okay, I got the same problem with Atomic Heart. I feel
All right.
like the close, like when you're like in the closed areas and you're
Yeah.
following the story, great. But when you're in the open world, it gets repetitive, and I feel like it gets. I don't know. I didn't like the open world aspect of it.
Oh man, oh man. Speaking about, since we're on games, Sourblow, why don't we jump real quick into our main topic because this one is gonna take us. So wow, Sourblow is gonna
Really?
take
I
us.
don't.
So what?
You think it's gonna take us that
Yes,
much?
sir. It's gonna take us that much because we got a lot to talk about this. Because man, Sour, in my life, I play video games since Nintendo. Right? I've been since the Nintendo guy. I've been playing Super Mario. I saw the Virtual Boy. I saw all those gadgets that failed. I saw a lot of products fail. But in my life, I have never seen a game die this fast. I mean, even Sourblow, even the day before that game that got released that we saw, we're like, man, I want to play this game. Even lasted longer than this one. It lasted 45 days and before it was totally shut down.
Damn, I thought that game lasted less. Okay.
I also thought that too, but I did my research. I went and did my research. The game lasted 45 days, and now
Was that even?
this
That was a
what
fake game, wasn't it?
it was kind of like it was a game, but it wasn't fully developed game. It was a terrible game. I mean, you saw the trailers. Now I gotta give them props though, because those trailers, you're like, oh man, this is a zombie game always wanted. Man, this was great. But once you dove in there, like, what the
Yeah.
fuck am I playing?
As soon as I saw some information on it, I'm like, I don't believe in this. Yeah.
I don't believe in this. I mean, damn. I think even Abandon lasted longer than this damn game.
Abandoned, that's never gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen, but yeah. Where is that? How is that doing though? Damn. But Sourblow, Concord. I want to hear your thoughts about the whole situation with Concord.
I mean, again, like I said at the very beginning, it's these companies not knowing how to read the gaming community.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw this game, I'm like, well, actually, I don't know if you remember. I think we streamed the show, didn't we? When they show this.
Yeah, I remember we streamed the show.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we streamed it. When
Yeah.
they first started showing it, they showed cinematic
Mm-hmm.
very first, and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting."
Yeah.
But then when it jumped to the gameplay, I was like, "Nah, this gameplay, this it's not doing it for me." So, and then on top of that, it came on. You know, it's a hero shooter with where it's competing with other hero shooters that already have their
Jesus.
fan base, and you add $40 on top of that when the other ones are completely free and looks more appealing. So I think that right there, it was a no brainer that this game wasn't gonna last long. I didn't think it was gonna last this short, but um, yeah, it's them not reading the room well. Cause like they cancel other games that I think would have done a lot better, like Faction, like the Spider-Man multiplayer that we saw, Twisted Metal.
Oh.
They
Mm-hmm.
have other IPs they can like do SOCOM, you do Resistant, like all
Oh.
that is more appealing than
But
this.
but Sour, that's gonna be our next topic because man, oh man, like I said, it's just been bad news after bad news after bad news. I mean, Sourblow, man, I have never seen media praise this game so much. They try to deliver it to you. They try to force feed it to you. I mean, they tried everything. They even started to compare it with. Oh man, I remember reading about this, and I even read it live in a Good Morning show. I was like, oh man, they compared it to Overwatch. They even called Overwatch slow. They called Overwatch too slow. I was like, what? Okay. They compared it to Call of Duty. They compared it to Halo. They were comparing it to Halo Sour, and they also compared this to Destiny PvP. Was no, this. When I read that, I was like, why are you guys doing this? You guys literally right then and there killed the damn game. Because that's my thing about all these guys, Sourbow. That's my thing. They always go out there and throw out a lot of stuff with this game. For example, right? When that game was announced, a lot of people out there were saying it was going to be the Starfield killer. Why do you all always like start throwing stuff out there that is just not true? Why? Why do you get the idea? Because you just saw a trailer, you might think the game is going to be this or it's going to be compared to this. And not only that, didn't y'all say Starfield sucked? I mean, why in the blue hell do I want a game that supposedly sucks? That's what you all said. To come to my station, right? My PlayStation to be a killer of Starfield. So I'm still trying to understand that. I mean, why did people call this the Starfield killer when it's just not even close to it? It didn't even come to that. And once they showed, which I think we also streamed that showcase, once they showed Conquer on what it was, a superhero PvP shooter, all this stuff and everything, I was like, uh oh. I saw people going through a lot of slander with that game. I even saw Blow in the morning videos told people, go ahead and try this out. Try it because I saw a lot of slander. Try this out. Let's give them a chance because at the end of the day, who knows? It could be a great game. Who knows? Try this out. I tried a Sour Blow. I gave it my 2 cents, right? I said Sony should have released this down the road, not now, because literally it wasn't a good position for them to release it. You have Wukong right there, and you also had Call of Duty right there. You had Call of Duty. I mean, it got into a big mix, especially a new game, because basically this is a new game. They also should have done a lot more marketing. I don't know why they didn't do much more marketing in this game, Sal, but they didn't. Media was pretty much the one who did the marketing. Media did more
Because
marketing than what Sony did.
they probably was trying to read the reaction, and then they saw no reaction, so
So yeah, basically like,
maybe
okay,
they
let's
I don't
release
know.
it, let's see how it goes, but becoming the biggest failure. Now, here's my take on that. When all these fanboys come around and say, "Oh yeah, Xbox has a flop," y'all can't say that anymore. You guys are done with that flop talk because you guys are the major. You guys had the biggest and the ultimate flop in gaming history. Like I said, never in my life I have seen something like that happen in less than 15 days. That's a record. That is a record. Less than 50 days. A company that, by the fans and the media, they say they make the greatest games of all time, the best games. Y'all can't believe it on how beautiful these games are over here. You all, seriously, y'all just can't believe this. You gotta have a PlayStation to have these games. Y'all were known for that by the media and the fans, right? You were all known for that. right? Your games were the best, your games are the greatest, but now what happened here? Damn, a massive failure? Less than 15 days? Oh shit. And not only that, that whole support the dev talk, you can come around and talk about it, but we won't believe you because again, we're gonna slap you with that one. Where was your support with this game? What happened over here? You guys always say support the devs. It's about the devs. I even saw someone out there crying on Twitter saying, "Man, all the hate about this game, all the hate about this game." They were crying. It's gonna affect the devs and everything. I won't say names, but you don't know who it is. But he even went out there promoting this game. And this is where I come around with the whole toxicity thing about this, right? When Xbox guys jumped onto this game and were like, hey, media, what's up with this? Hey, guys, what's up with this? What was your reaction towards that? But when Redfall came out, y'all had a man on a podcast and y'all went like this on him with Redfall, on him with Redfall. Media went like this on him with Redfall. Everybody was pummeling that man down with Redfall, which is still alive because I beat it 2 or 3 weeks ago. I beat Redfall. Went in there, finished the game, and had a lot of fun. Seriously, good game. It's not the best game ever. It's a good game. I had fun with Redfall. It got better than what it came out in the beginning because in the beginning I was going through. I was like, "Yeah, I'm the man." Going through killing the bad guys because they were stuck and everything. I was like, "Yeah, I'm the man." Man, try it now. I think those developers really did an update to them bastards. Like, yeah, let's get some revenge. Man, them bastards were tough to beat and kill. Jesus Christ, tough game at the end of the day. But yes, that's what they did. They went and got poor Phil Spencer, beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. And media was like, yeah, Redfall was a failure. Wah! All that stuff happened in Redfall. But what happened on the other side? What was your thought on this side with Concord? And that's why they went all through the whole weekend saying, man, the toxic level on these fanboys is horrible. Why are we so horrible here? Why do you think we're horrible? Because y'all keep feeding toxicity to the PlayStation fans, and they're actually the true horrible ones. They're the ones who trolls us, they're the one who destroys us. But when we got something to come back and talk about, y'all don't support us. I mean, seriously, what the hell is going on with this? What the hell is going on with media? What the hell is going on with other stuff? Because look, Sourblow, look. Like I said, news, bad news after another. We got Concord shutting down in less than 15 days, and now we have the worst news of them all. That seriously, I gotta give props to this guy. I gotta give props to Hiroki Totoki. He came out and said something that's truthful because out there the fans were saying, "Yeah, we're waiting for Sony to cook. We're waiting for Sony to bring these great new IPs to work, and I'm waiting for all this stuff." And Hiroki Totoki came out and said this right away: Sony doesn't have enough original IP, says company leadership. Holy shit, Salvo! Holy shit! I'm gonna read through this, Salvo, because I read it this morning, but I gotta read through this. Is PlayStation really lacking original IP? This is what Hiroki Totoki said. Whether it's for games, films, or anime, we don't have much IP that we fostered from the beginning. Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki told Financial Times, "We're lacking the early phase of IP, and that's an issue for us." You guys hearing that? You guys hearing that? So stop with your make believe stuff out there. Stop with other stuff. Oh yeah, this and that. No. I don't know how y'all gonna promote your Sony, but man, it's been news after bad news. Like how y'all promote it, that's actually the worst news out there. Now I see why, and now I understand why Xbox is porting the games over there. Now I get it. A problem has finally been solved. It's been solved, and it's because Sony's lacking original IP. So they need IP from other companies that are right now doing so great. I mean, Sourblow, if they were so bad like the fanboys were saying, then why is Sony putting them over there? They're so bad. Y'all see what I'm saying? Yeah. Totoki added that Sony as a whole has been better at finding new audiences for existing popular IP and thinks the company won't grow without creating content from scratch for higher returns. While a new IP is certainly welcome, these comments are a little puzzling. when it comes to PlayStation because the company has numerous game franchises that it fostered from the beginning, or could have, but they have since been abandoned. Oh Lord, they've been abandoned, just like the game. Damn. PlayStation's biggest new hits from the PS4 era, Bloodborne, has been pretty much. I think I jumped something. Look no further than the featured image above for some hints. Oh, never mind the featured image. Heck, one of the biggest PlayStation biggest new hits from PS4 era, Bloodborne, has pretty much been left to die. At least that's what it looks like right now. Meanwhile, games like Until Dawn gets another release gets another release of Lifeform of a remake, and we're not quite sure who asked for that. Sourblow. I have never seen an article be so critical on what Sony has been working on, and I'm happy that they actually brought that out. I'm happy that right now, and I hope to God, crossing fingers, these fanboys start asking questions to Sony on what the fuck they're doing over there. I don't understand why they don't do it, Sablo. I just don't. They're locked up in a blind spot. I mean, this all starts from the beginning, Sablo. This all starts from the beginning of this generation. When I saw that man head in there, I remember telling these fanboys, hey, Jim Ryan is not good for Sony. Oh, yes, he's the best. I mean, he made Sony money. Now I understand why he made Sony money. You all want to know why? Why he made Sony money? I'll tell you why. Because since he retired, guess what he did right after he retired? He said this: "Hey, give me my shares. Right now is in a good spot. Let me get my shares." No wonder he made a lot of money so he can get his shares up. So that way, when he retires, he gets a nice, fresh, big check from all his shares. And after Jim Ryan left, guess what happened, world? Guess what happened? When I saw that, I told everybody that's not a good thing. I have a bad feeling because after this man decided to pick up his stuff and go and take all his shares, something bad is going to happen with Sony. February, 10 billion stock drop. Here we go. Keep on going. February, 10 billion stock drop. Okay. Next, Helldivers comes out. Massive success. Massive, beautiful success with that game. I mean, I was actually proud that there was a service game that Sony delivered that did fantastic with Arrowhead, because I know the Arrowhead development, but Sony published it, right? But yes, they delivered something huge, something phenomenal out there. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Then they had to come around when the stupid asses, because I gotta say it that way, come around and say, okay, here's the PSN account. That's it. When that happened, you know what I did, chat? I went in the morning and I said this: that game is gonna start dying. That's what I said. That game is gonna start dying. That game is gonna be the death right away after they put those PSN accounts, because it's gonna block the rest of the world. And that's what they did. They blocked the best of the world. They blocked the best. They blocked 180 countries, and it failed miserably. It failed miserably. It failed miserably because how did it fail miserably? Because after 5 months of its release, 5 months after its release, we get the news. We get the news that that game from 460,000 users dropped less than 10,000. And you know what the Sony community did, Sour? You know what they did? They went out there and instead of saying, hey, PC community, let's help you fight this because this is not right. You won't be allowed to play this game and enjoy it like we all do. They went in there and defended this corporation. That's what they did. They went in there and defended this corporation. They went in there and defended it. And this is what happens when you defend, Sourblow. This is what happens. You defend too much. The company says, oh, they're defending us. Let's go. No problem, they're defending us. I mean, this was a good decision. At least we're here. We're hearing good things. That was a good move to block all these 180 countries. Y'all made the game die. That's what you all did. And you let the company even lose more money. How did they lose more money? They're not going to get that money in there. That extra money from the PC community. They won't. They just won't. They won't. They won't. And so continuing on forward with this, they release other games that have the whole PSN account. Okay, good. No, I mean, Oriented countries are still not going to buy it. Go ahead, keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. You're going to do an awesome job with that. Instead of looking for a solution for the PSN account, nah, y'all didn't. Okay, cool. Now we got Conquer, the massive failure out there. You know all this you guys have left besides not having the IPs. You know what you guys have left is that PlayStation 5 Pro. That's it. Which y'all, you know what we're gonna do? You're gonna grab the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS4 Pro, PS5, and the PS5 Pro, and you're finally gonna form your Mega Sword to go out there and fight. That's what y'all gonna do. You got nothing else. Your narratives are done, guys. I'm sorry, they're done. Sourblow, I know I went on a long rant. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
you went all over the place. I don't even know
Exactly.
where to start.
Yes, but I got a question for you, Sourblow, and tell me about this. Did Jim Ryan leave Sony a
Oh,
mess?
all right. Before I answer this, I want to go back to um when you were talking about what's the new guy Totoki.
Hiroki Totoki, yes.
Okay, okay. When he was talking about the IPs that they don't have, what was it? He said they don't have sufficient IPs or they don't have.
Okay, let me go read it again, real quick.
You don't got to read the whole
No, I
thing,
know, I
but
know, I
let me
know.
see. Oh, we're lacking
Yes,
on.
they're on an original IP. They're lacking on original IP, meaning that pretty much they like on their original IP, the stuff they have pretty much nothing on the works. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have like totally nothing. That I said pretty much nothing, just in case.
No, I don't think that. I think what he meant is like they don't own a lot of the IPs that they had at the very beginning, like Crash Bandicoot, for example, and Spyro. That I think that's what I get from reading that some of
Mm.
the IPs that identify, if you think of the PlayStation One, PlayStation Two, they don't own some of those original IPs. So that's what I get out of it.
No, because
Um,
he made that clear. It says Totoki added that Sony as a whole has better at finding new audiences for existing popular IP. Like for example, existing popular IP, like for example, Last of Us, stuff like that, and thinks that the company won't grow without creating content from scratch for higher returns. So what he's basically saying is like for the existing popular IPs, for example, like instead of doing one as a whole, like okay, let's do the Last of Us 3 or Last of Us 4, it thinks that without doing that, it won't grow from that IP. That's what I'm talking about. For the existing, what they're doing is they're still stuck with the remasters, remakes, remasters. That's what they're still stuck at.
yeah, yeah, that's where I wanted to go. I
Hmm.
think the problem with PlayStation is that from the PlayStation 4 on, first of all, became a little too complacent, and they have been relying a lot in that in that generation, and they have been stuck on those IPs. If you look, a lot of the games that they're it kind of reminds me a lot what kind of Xbox was going through with Halo,
Uh huh.
Gears, and Forza.
Exactly.
So
Oh baby.
it's kind of what they're doing, and it's a shame because they do have a lot of IPs that I would love to see back. Like I was looking right now, they have, for example, Infamous. They have
Infamous.
Infamous. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
infamous. It's
always
okay. It's
call it
okay.
Infamous.
No problem. No problem.
Jack and Daxter, Killzone. You have which is one of my favorite from Cypher Filter. I always say I want that game back. SOCOM, you got Sly Scoop,
Sly
Sly,
Cooper.
Sly Cooper.
Slice Cooper.
You got the Twisted Metal. I mean, they have some IPs, but unfortunately they have been too focused on the same IPs and going around on circles. And I think they need to bring some of those RP back, but also create new ones and have a mixture of everything, have a mixture of different genre, not the same
Hmm.
type of games.
Hmm.
I think something that has hurt them a lot, and I hope that I hope that the studios, they start doing other type of games, even if it's like smaller games, because not all games have to be these large AAA games and all that. But they can experiment with smaller games, kind of like what Obsidian is doing, where they have like smaller games, but now they're doing a Vow, and that makes the studio, learn how to do different type of games, because I feel like their studios, if you look, they have been having a lot of problems making these multiplayer games. But I think the big issue is they have been too complacent and too comfortable making, the third person action adventure uh, game that everyone sees. People like to console war and call them like what they call it. Forgot. There's a name for that, but I don't think there's a problem with those games. But I think they need to make other type of games, and I think that's the reason why they're struggling to make multiplayer games. When what they should do is make smaller multiplayer games, so they get comfortable with making those multiplayer games, see what people like, see what people don't like, and that way you're not spending that high amount of money on these multiplayer games until you have a mixture of like people really like, and then you can invest a large amount of money on these big multiplayer games that hopefully they can get down the line.
Yep, 100% true. Because look, right, I Jim
Your
Ryan,
your
like,
camera's off, or
oh,
you're
my
just
camera's on. Oh, okay, let me fix it. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. I had to turn it off because I had to open up the window for a little bit just to get some air in here because it's hot. It's hot, guys. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Sorry about that. But yeah, okay, camera's back on. So the thing is, right, Jim Ryan went in there. He made a huge mess. He did that because right now it's in a big mess. And hearing this man come out and speaking out the truth, for me, that's just a good thing because it was time for someone to step up and speak out the truth. It was time for them to do that. So him going out speaking out the truth that, like I said, all the bad news coming around with Sony, right? Jim Ryan literally left a mess out, bro. I mean, I don't know how Sony's going to recover from that, and I hope they do. I hope they start focusing on with, like you said, with all these great multiplayers. I saw or stuff like that. For example, they should get a SOCOM multiplayer out. It could have been a great thing, and or a SOCOM game out or whatever. Just get something out there that people actually want. Get your Twisted Metal out there. It's a game that I do not know why they can't. I'm still trying to figure out why they canceled Twisted Metal. Last of Us Factions, I heard great stuff from it, and I wanted to try it out. Did it come out? No, they canceled it, and they canceled all these games just to deliver this game that has become the massive failure from Sony, a company that basically does, like I say, from media and the fans, the greatest games ever. They finally produce massive failure in gaming, which sucks. It sucks, and they keep on going because I mean, if you talked about Concord, they have one more down the line that's coming out. They have one more service down the line that's coming out. I don't know what they're gonna do because Helldivers they literally killed it. I don't know what they're gonna do with this one. I don't know. I mean, seriously, Jim Ryan and the decisions those guys made in there are just nuts. And like I say, people needs to start talking to the company like we do when we go on here and we got to be critical to Xbox. We are critical. We got to be critical and state out the truth. Now, do we go out and bury them like a lot of these guys do? Go on social media and bury it like it's the worst thing ever? No, we're just being critical about it. For some stuff, they got to fix. Like for example, the marketing, the PR, and the communication, they got to fix that. I keep on saying that for them to be the best. Now, for Sony side of things, I keep telling y'all, they started this year with a really bad year, and it still keeps on going. It's getting worse, worse and worse. I
Yeah,
mean,
you know what they should do?
what they should do?
Because they're most of their studios, they're pretty good at doing the third person action adventure, and a lot of their fan base is accustomed to those type of games.
Yeah,
Why not make kind of like a multiplayer where, for example, me and you could team up. Let's say I choose to play with Kratos, you choose to play with Aloy or Alloy, whatever her name is, and let's say Silent Cypher decides to play with.
that's not gonna happen. Silence After won't
No,
play.
I'm just it's an
Okay,
example.
okay, okay.
Choose someone else, and then we go versus someone else, and they have other three characters, and so on, or make a battle royale out of this. But in that style, I feel that's something that could be appealing to their fan base, and then you can grow from there. And maybe who knows, it could become a big game. But I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
You're talking like a PlayStation Smash Bros. Something like that, right?
But not a Smash. I feel like have it be its own thing
Yeah.
with what they're good at. Like I said, like third person, you can make it third person, and you're going around, you're fighting different monsters, but also trying to kill like another team or something like that. That would be kind of interesting.
Sorry, you know also would have been great for them if they would have given the green light to Days Gone 2. That would have been great. That would have been a great game
Yeah,
to this generation. I mean, that game would have been co-op. They were talking about making a co-op. They were talking about making it co-op, and if it was co-op Sourblow, imagine that. I mean, after that, there could have been some changes. It could have made Horizon co-op. They could have made other games co-op. Why the hell not? I mean, I've been saying, why doesn't Sony have co-op games? Single player so co-op games. There should be games that can have co-op. It would have made the game a lot more fun to get the people all together. And then after you start doing that, right, to get communities and everything, in there, then you start forming up good multiplayer games, right? Not type of Concord thing, right? But you start forming those things up. Like for example, I just seriously never understood why The Last of Us 2 did not come out with the factions when the first one did. It should have come out right there on release. And they keep doing these like strategy things, right? That basically is just to hog in the money from the user, right? Because if you guys they made Uncharted had a multiplayer. Imagine they make a new Uncharted and not add the multiplayer, and then down the road they add the multiplayer, charge you $40 and you go in and buy it. I mean, seriously. It's just
you know what I noticed, Lou. Now that I was talking with my brother the other day,
yeah.
and it's that a lot of the a lot of the older games they had so much stuff. They felt like they had so much like compared to like games now. Like it felt like they have so much other stuff. Like for example, I'm gonna give you a few quick examples. Conquer, right? Conquer Bad Fur. You had the campaign, but you had a bunch of like mini games, multiplayer, and all that stuff. You got Perfect Dark and GoldenEye. You had
Hmm.
the campaign. You had the multiplayer in Perfect Dark. You
Yeah.
also had the challenges.
Hmm.
You had the data dying place where you can go around and go to the shooting range and do all these other stuff. Like all those older games had like so much other stuff. And now these games are almost like if they would to make a game like that, I feel like they would sell you each part like separately.
You know
So,
what I meant. You know what I miss about old days, Salvador. I don't know if you ever played the first Metal Gear Solid. Did you play it or not? Salvador, you there?
oh, sorry, what was that?
Did you ever play the first Did you ever play the first Metal Gear? The Metal Gear
I,
Solid on PlayStation. I mean, on PlayStation.
I believe it. Yeah, I did. I did play it. I don't know if I beat
Okay,
it.
you
I
know
probably didn't beat it.
now the thing is, right? The thing is with that game, one of the things I miss a lot about that game is that you had to go through it a couple times to get like cool stuff. Like I remember you had to go through and get the invisible clone thing, and each time I went through it, I just made it harder and harder because. And then after that, I mean, seriously, if I pop in Metal Gear game, I know where every soldier is at. I know it from memory because that's how much I went through that game. I repeat it. I got like the suits. I got like a infinite gun. I think it was. I miss all that stuff. Now you're just working for achievements, right? That's how
Yeah,
that's how I see it. Like for example, also that I see that they're offering stuff from the beginning. Like for example, Silent Hill. There was a problem with Silent Hill. I was like, oh man, look at what they're offering. Silent Hill, the game. I was like, man, somebody pre-orders, you get like a cool little puppy head, mascot head, and if you pre-order the most expensive one, you get a pizza box pyramid head. I was like, oh my god, what are these guys doing? I mean, if you guys change this game to be like a third person action thing, right? Which right now, after we saw, right, Sourblow, we saw the whole gameplay about it that they showed us now. It looks way better than it did, right? It looks way better than it did. I mean, shit, you pay them more expensive, you get like a cool gun or a cool shotgun that has extra stuff. That would have been a better offer. But man, I miss those type of games back in the day. We just go back and just repeat, and get new cool stuff after you repeat the game. It was so much fun, and that's what I feel like games are missing nowadays. It's the fun factor.
Yeah,
It's
it's
missing.
like
It's
the
missing it a lot.
look at the fighting games too. Like
Yeah,
back then, in order to get most of the characters, you just had to
yeah. You got to do something. You got to
just
do something.
beat it with
Yeah,
this character. You unlock this character or do this,
yeah.
and now it's you pay the DLC to get this character.
Yep. It's like I said, they
It's a
always
shame.
look. They're looking for more ways just to. It irritates you. Like, what the? Why the hell did I have to go through all this stuff? Seriously, like you got to go through a lot of challenges and a lot of stuff just to
It's also what's
ah
another problem too in gaming that I find, and it's
what's
the expectation on the companies. Like they no longer make a game expecting it to just do good, do above, let's say for example, a game costs $1 million. Oh, they don't expect it to sell 5 million and be happy. No, they want it to sell 20 million, and if it doesn't sell 20 million and they only spend 1 million, then the game is not good. If it sold 5 million, oh, let's fire some people to make up the money. It's like their expectations are so high that it's sad.
yeah. I mean, but basically, expectations are more graphically or good
No, I mean
story.
like their expectation as success and money
Yeah,
for the
this is
games
money. Yeah,
is too high.
it's
So
too
when the
high.
games don't meet it, like Days Gone, for example, is a good example. Days
Yep.
Gone sold like didn't it sold like 10 million copies?
It sold 10 million copies, and that dev came out, and that dev came out. I mean, he's still pissed off. I mean, the other day he's still pissed off because it showed a poster and Days Gone wasn't there, and the guy came out and said, "Yeah, we're not there." I mean, the guy was pissed, and he even came out during the beginning generation saying, "You wanted Days Gone too? Y'all should have paid 60, damn it, or fucking $60." I don't remember. He cussed when he mentioned that because he was so mad. He had such a cool view for the next Days Gone. I mean, damn, it was gonna be co-op, Sourblow co-op, and I was like, "Oh man, why did they cancel this? You should have made the damn game. That would have been a freaking success, and it would have gotten all these other games to work on making co-op, making cool stuff, and shit. They need something like that. They need a shake. They need a shake. I mean, this has been going on for how long now? I mean, it all started with Uncharted. This Uncharted One has been going on for like how many years now? The same thing. We've seen the same thing. Third party. I mean, not third party, third person. Is it an arrow? Is it a gun? Is it this? Or you got to climb up a tree or climb up a rock or you got to shit in the shitter. I mean, that's what I'm seeing every time I play a Sony game. That's what I'm seeing right now. And there's not only Sony, there's a lot of games like that. And then you got the massive open world game. Why? When this game used to be linear, go forward, shoot, do whatever you want. Now it's a big, massive open world game. Why? To travel, to have conversations, to intrigue, just to, just to make it better. But it's just too damn long. Jesus, this game was just forward. Come here, baby.
Yeah. The problem is some of them are open world and long for no reason.
For
That's the
no
problem.
reason. That's the big problem. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. I'm like, oh Lord, when is this gonna end? Now, right?
Oh wait, didn't you ask me a question?
Oh, the question I asked you was, did Jim Ryan leave Sony a mess?
I mean, I mean, he definitely made some bad decisions.
Ooh, I think it was the
Definitely,
worst
but
decisions in history. I mean, he
but
purchased Firewalk, he purchased Bungie. Oh man,
yeah, Bungie was I think it
oof.
was a mistake especially for the price. But um, I don't know. I think the problem with them is that they focus too much on one genre. Their studios also kind of like focus only on that, and unfortunately, not you know, unfortunately for the whole gaming like community and everything, is the games that dominate are games as a service, and that's something that they're struggling to do. And gamers, like the next generation, they don't think like us. Like they like their
Mm.
Fortnites, they like their Call of Duties, or those are the type of the games that appeal to them. And Sony Studios right now, I'm not gonna say they're not capable of, but they need some work to do to get to that point. You know, you don't get to. It's not like, for example, if I want to be a developer, I'm not gonna be a developer in 3 months and create a game. Like it's gonna take time. And if I am already a developer and I made an RPG game, for example, that's my first game. In order to make a fighting game, I'm gonna have to learn to make that type of game. And I feel that that's the problem with the studios right now. They need to learn how to diversify their portfolio and all that.
Back from the distance, Bungie still has potential if they get someone to run the studio that is interested in making the game an instant classic. In, instead of and is interested in making the game instead of classic cars and an appropriate advances towards won't read. Oh my God, you're right 100% back from the thing is you gotta get someone to love this, you gotta get someone to passion for this. When I saw it when Jim Ryan hopped on, I said this guy's a business guy. He does not have passion for this. His passion is to make money. And that's what he did. He made money from the fanboys. I mean, I even said this, like for example, those $10 charges for the upgrade. I said, why aren't y'all complaining? They're charging you $10. Well, it's because of quality. You guys got fed by the company that it was quality. Bullshit. All they did was for 10 bucks, they just upgraded the controller. And one of the worst decisions that Sony ever made was, in the worst resources and garbage they wasted on, was making Last of Us 2 remastered. Oh my God, Sourblow. That was like the worst, one of the worst ones out there. One of the worst ones out there, Sourblow. What was it one of the worst ones? Because when they did the comparison video of the damn Last of Us, it looked the same thing. What was the difference? Oh, the wood looks like actual wood. That was the difference? Just for one wood? Or the seats? Or what? A game that's been overplayed already? Man,
Here's
Sour, seriously. What are you going to
yeah,
say?
I was gonna say here's the problem with being like a fanboy.
Yeah.
You, I still can't believe you have people defending like companies like up in the price
Yep.
or giving you less for more. Like at the end of the day, we are consumers and we should want more for less. So it should be the opposite. We should want more for
Mm-hmm.
less. And this goes not only like to Sony fanboys, this goes to Xbox fanboys, this goes to Nintendo fanboys, this goes to all fanboys in general. Like you guys gotta ask for more with less. Like cheaper the thing is, the better it is. The more we get, the better it is. That's the way I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there, Sauerble. I mean, at the end of the day, because that's the part I understand with these fans, right? Because look, right, they raise the price. What is she doing? Can you explain what is she? What are you doing? Get at the table. Okay, let's leave her on there. She's running around. But anyways, like I was saying though, right? They started to charge you $70 games, right? Okay, it was because of quality. It was going to be a major thing. I mean, we got on the box the 4K 60. We got all this stuff out there. Now, have they done what they were supposed to do? I mean, we still got games 2K escalating to 4K. We still got the quality and performance. We still got all the stuff happening out there, right? That thing is still going on. That thing is still going on. And we asked ourselves, should we pay 70 for this? Right? We asked ourselves, should we paying for this? Because, for example, me, I used to be a guy that when the game came out, I was right there buying it, right there. Sourblow, we me and you even played a game. What was it called? Battlefield 2042. Look how horrible that game released.
Oh, that was
Oh
bad.
my god. The only console it worked, and shout out to him, was Ponso's consoles. I don't know what kind of Xbox Ponso had, but he said that the game looked awesome and worked fine and didn't have any issues. But when me and Sourblow played it, you're like, what the hell is happening with this game? We saw invisible planes and all this stuff. So we asked that question: Is it actually working? I mean, is it actually something that we should go purchase? Like for example, we're now getting 4K 30 games releasing, or 30 FPS games, like Avowed, for example. Um, I use Avowed as an example just in case, but don't get mad at me because I use Avowed. You also got Warhammer coming out in 30. You also got what's it called, coming out in 30. I mean, you got a bunch of games. Also, Monster Hunter's coming out in 30, and Capcom has stuck to that because Dragon's Dogma came out in 30, right? Wasn't it? Yeah, it's in 30 FPS, right, Salvo?
I
Dragon's Dogma.
think so. I don't know. I played it on PC, so
You play on PC? Yeah, he goes up to. Yeah, Sarah has a PC. He's a double guy, double agent. But you got all this stuff out there, and so you're right. They should actually throw out games, to be a good price for us to afford, right? It should be, a good price for us to afford. Why the heck not? They should be out there. They should be out there. I mean, they got to be a good price. That's why Game Pass is actually one of the best things out there.
yeah,
Because Game Pass, right? No matter how the game is, we got it for Game Pass for this much. Now, should we demand for the game to be better? Yes, we got to still go out there and demand for the games to be better. We had to, because if we stay quiet, you know what we're gonna do? Oh, it's okay. Just release it like that. No problem. Just go for it. We gotta still keep on that with that demand. We gotta keep on going. We gotta say, hey man, come on. You can bring us to 60. You can bring the Redfall to 60. You can bring what's it called, to um like for Starfield, with the whole vision thing, that it was 30 FPS thing, right? Then it came out with the 60, and that was because people pushed it. We gotta push. We cannot be in a comfort zone. If we get to that comfort zone, we're doomed. And this is why I keep saying this. Sony fans, go out there, put your gloves on, and start fighting. Instead of y'all fighting the Xbox, instead of you fighting the media, not the media because you have it on your side, but instead of y'all fighting all this stuff that you guys love to fight out there, fight for your company, man. Fight it. Fight it. You guys wanted it to live, fight it. Be critical. Nothing wrong with being critical.
yeah. Well,
Nothing
I
wrong with
just
that.
I just want to add to that
Yeah.
personally, games that release, I wait at least the first day to see how it release,
Yeah.
unless it's something that I've been waiting for that game, for a long time. If it's a game
Yep.
that I'm gonna buy anyway, then you know that's a day one purchase. But other than that, like even though it's a game I know I want to play, but I'm not that eager. I wait to see how it releases because, like you said, unfortunately, a lot of the games are coming with performance issues and all that. And if it has performance issues, then I just wait. At the end
Exactly.
of the day, I play what I want to play, and that's what I've been doing more lately. Just
And you
playing what I
s-
what I want to play.
and you spend your money wisely. That's what I keep on telling people.
Exactly.
Spend your money wisely. Don't go nuts. Don't go nuts. Don't go
Yeah.
nuts. I mean, seriously, spend your money wisely. Spend your money wisely.
Speaking
Um,
of, you know what alert I got this month?
what?
My Game Pass subscription is running out, and I think I'm gonna let it cancel for a while. Cause
What?
yeah, I am. Cause the thing is, I'm playing my back catalog. I got a bunch
Okay.
of games I want to play, so I'm gonna try to play a lot of those games, and then then once I play a bunch of those games, then I'll hop back on Game Pass and then take
Well,
advantage because why would I pay all those months if I'm not gonna be using it. Like these past 2 months, I haven't been using Game Pass that much. Other than my son, been playing Minecraft, but I could just buy Minecraft for him.
you can just buy Minecraft. You're not gonna pay for the Sour's backing out of Game Pass, guys. Let's convince him. Sour, but you got Riders Republic coming in, man. You're gonna be snowboarding, bike riding, doing all them cool flips. I mean, well, you gotta
I got
cancel
I,
it.
I got a lot of games I need to play.
I mean, you also got, what else do you got? I mean, I'm gonna keep on convincing you. You're not gonna let go of this.
No, I got. Look, I got. Right now, I'm playing Chain Echo and Alpha Protocol. Right. I just got Hogwarts Legacy. I
All
also
right.
got Breath of the Wild that I want to play. I haven't played that yet.
But man, Sourblow, they said the
Uh,
Xbox. But you're an
Stalker 2 is
Xboxer.
coming too.
But you're
I'm
an
gonna play
Xbox.
that.
You're an Xboxer though, Sourblow. You don't buy games. What are you talking about, Sourblow? You don't buy. You're an Xboxer. You don't buy games. That's what they say. Huh?
Speaking of, I
Look at that back catalog. I
I
was
gotta
gonna.
get that Stalker 2 collector edition.
Oh, you're gonna get the sucker to collect. Oh, now
Yeah.
okay. Now we know why he's canceling it, guys. He's got to get the sucker to collection. It's gonna be 300
Yeah.
bucks. Yeah, okay, go
It's
for it. So
freaking.
I applaud you for that. Go ahead, support. Now, you guys want to talk about support the devs? That's a support the devs
And
situation.
I,
We got
and I,
yep.
I
That's the
got a
support
few
the devs right there.
things too that I pre-order.
Oh, really? I pre-ordered a few things too, and I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get
I,
that
I
awesome, beautiful BFG. Once I get
I
it,
got that too. I got that too.
oh, you got the BFG?
Yeah, and I got
So
the. I get in the Beat Boy too.
you getting the what now?
The Beat Boy, Beat Boy, whatever, however you say it.
What the hell's a B boy?
You don't know what the
The Pip
no
boy you're talking about?
that? Yes,
I was like, what the hell's a B boy? Damn, damn, the B boy. Wow, that's a good one. B boy, B for bad. Yeah, Pip boy. There you go. Silence.
Pit Boy. Sorry.
Now, my last question is though. My last question is, Sourbowl. The last one before we head out because you know it's almost time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Almost time to go, but I gotta ask you this one question. I want to hear your thoughts about this because we talked about this last week, but I want to bring it up. What can Sony do since they have dead IP lying around? What can they do with it, Sablo? I want to hear it from you. What can Sony do with that dead IP that's lying around?
Which
Like
that
other,
I pay?
well, for example, right now that
Oh,
it's
like
not
in general, you
like
mean?
in general that it's not moving, it's
Oh,
not giving them any money. What can they do with that dead IP, Sablo? Go ahead, talk. I want to hear what you have to say. That was a trap question right there.
wait. But are you talking about one that IP or
No, no, no.
all their?
I'm talking about the IPs just stop and quit selling. They're sitting there and they can still make money on it. What can they do with that IP, Sablo? Go ahead and talk. Hmm.
Okay. Well, the first thing I would do if I was them is I would try to bring some of these IPs to like the console, maybe do a little like upgrade and
But
see
they already got the upgrades though.
like the older IPs.
I think they
Like
have. I mean, I don't know the other.
I don't think they do that. Like I don't think Infamous, for example, I don't think that has. I don't think those
Okay,
like the old Sly Coopers, the Jack. I'm talking
you're
about those really old ones.
okay. So you're gonna go back to the roots of remasters, remaking, and start charging people $60 again. Okay, or $70. Go for it.
Well,
It has been the same strategy for years. What can you
it
do
has
with it?
worked for them, so why not keep using it? But what
What?
I would do it is strategically do it to see what people kind of want to see back, like see what see what games kind of catch attention, and then on those IPs, then I will invest to bring them back. Because at the same time, like you told me that what would I do if I was them? So if I was
Mm,
them, I also got to think as a business. You get what I mean?
I
Now, if you
mean,
ask me as a gamer, that's different. As a gamer, I would say just straight up bring damn, what's the name? Siphon Filter. I want that game.
oh, you're talking, but no, you're talking about. Wait,
Wait, do they own Legend of Dragoon?
yes, they do, and they shut down that studio. That's why I hate Jim Ryan.
Oh yeah,
Sony Japan studio. They closed down that studio in
shit.
2020. That's why I hate Jim Ryan. Why do you think I hate Jim Ryan? But I praise him because he literally did what I would have done if I don't make more money. I would have done that. I would have fooled around with the fence and said, "Yeah, give me the money, baby," and then retired gracefully.
I
That's what
thought
I
they
would have
didn't
done.
own that IP. Oh
Yes, they
shit,
do. That's their IP, baby. They shut down that studio, Sony Japan studio.
that
So,
sucks.
so basically, you're just doing what Sony has been doing for all these years. But the thing is, though, Sablo, even though they do it, it's gonna sell what one, two. That's it. But what else can they do, Sablo? Keep on. I know
I
where. I know. I'm trying to get you because I told you about this last week. You said it was a bad idea, but go ahead. Keep
I would
talking. Yeah,
okay.
keep talking.
I
I
don't
want
know
to
what
hear.
you. I would
Yeah.
have them bring out that faction and that Spider-Man multiplayer.
Why would they bring it out if it was canceled? Not even working on it anymore. It's canceled.
bring it
Why?
back.
Oh, bring it
Why
back.
not? Yeah.
Oh, bring it
I
back.
mean,
So,
they have some work done on that already, so might as well
hmm.
just bring it out. And if you don't want to invest too much, scale it down a little bit. Like you can bring faction as a like a little co-op 4 player thing, and doesn't have to be like super massive and all that. Um, Same thing with the Spider-Man. Like make it something. Doesn't have to be like invest all this money. If you see it picks up, then put more money in it.
I mean, Sourblow, they're already remaking that horror game that nobody asked for, and that's the Dust to Dawn. What is this? Is Dust to Dawn or Dust?
That game is not gonna do crap.
Oh, so then that strategy you gotta take. So
But
this is
you
this is
gotta be
where
smart with what
I
IPs you're doing it. Like
now
that's
now
that's an
Louis
IP that's not
Louis
gonna.
is gonna come in for the kill. You ready? You ready
I'm
for
ready
this one?
already.
All right, here we go. This is the kill shot. So what I would do if I was Sony is, yeah, you're right about bringing them back, but after you bring those suckers back, instead of just having it on their own platform, throw it everywhere, and say "f you" to everything. Let's get this money in. That's what I would do because I need the money, Sourblow. I can't keep on forcing myself to put it on here to say, "Hey fans, look what we have for you. Go ahead and buy it." The fans are like, "Nah, we don't care for that. Who cares?"
They just gotta make sure they bring it to PC.
They got them. Oh, they're bringing a PC. Not only PC, bring it also to the Xbox, Sourblow. I told you guys about this last week. God of
That's
War right now is sitting at 23 million. The
that's
old
not
God
gonna happen.
Oh, for you, it's not going to happen. But hey, listen, it's business. They need money. It's a dead IP. It's sitting doing nothing right now. God of War has stopped at 23 million. Will it sell a couple more? Yes. And it's on PC and PlayStation. Now, what they got to do to bring them more money? Ship it. Here you go, Xbox. Have it. Let's see how much you bring it in. And if they
They
cool too, if
they
they get it
did they
cool.
did bring it to Xbox though. They brought it to PC, and every every screen is an Xbox. So if you have a PC, you have an Xbox. So
Oh,
there you
you
go.
talk about the marketing slogan. No, I'm talking about the console. Bring it to that console. Bring it over
Look,
there. No problem.
wake up! They're not gonna do that.
Oh, wake up, Sourblow. I have a feeling they're going to start to
That
because
you
man, oh
you
man,
know what game I maybe that one I can see. It's Spider Man or anything like multiplayer like Marathon and all that. You might see Concord.
Sourblow. You know why I'm telling you this, Sourblow? You know why I'm telling you this, Sourblow? If they're counting with their fans, they like I said, this is support the devs. That was their main slogan for years and years gone. Main slogan: support the devs. Now, did they support the devs? I mean, look at Concord. They didn't support Concord, so literally they backstabbed Sony with that one because they didn't want the game. Okay, but either way, they didn't do what they always do: support the devs. They didn't go through that. I mean, Sony was counting on them for that one. Yeah, they support the devs to go ahead and buy it, but man, oh man, it's crazy on how that narrative blew up in their faces.
Lou, you know how I could see them bringing it to like the Xbox platform. The only way I could see it is if Xbox, like I said, makes cloud like a platform, and somehow it picks up, and then a bunch of people start using it also. That way they might do it. But I feel like to port it to the console for the amount of players that are probably gonna buy it, I
Yeah.
don't think it's worth the time for them. That's the problem.
Sour Blow, don't never underestimate that because look, right? You see Sea of Thieves? Sea of Thieves went to PlayStation and it's 1 million.
Yeah, but Sea of Thief
Wait,
is a different type of game.
wait,
Sea of
wait.
Thief,
Yes.
Sea of Thief. A lot of people wanted to make fun of them, but Sea of Thief it's a phenomenon. Like it's
I
Sea of
know.
Thief in
Hey,
PC,
God of War is a phenomenal game too. Spider Man is
but
a phenomenal
God
game
of
too.
War people. I
What
this
else?
is this is gonna this is gonna sound. I know this is gonna sound soft,
Okay,
but
okay, let's go.
God of War is a game that to me it's not gonna move like people like Sea of Thief. I don't think it does.
I think it would, Sal, but I think it would. I mean, if because listen, right? At the end of the day, though, Sour, like I say, we saw something, right? With the PlayStation gamers, we saw this. They went out there and they said, "Hey, hey, we don't like your games. Your games suck. Xbox has bad games. They're all flops." But when they come to PlayStation, what do, Sourblow? What do?
But here's the look. Here's the problem with God of War. Here's the problem,
Okay,
real quick.
okay, what's the problem?
Okay, you bring God of War. You waste X amount to bring it to the
Not
competitive platform. Let me finish to the
okay.
competitive platform. And how much sells more? Tops. I think 5 million sell they get, and I don't even think they're gonna get that.
Okay.
See
Well,
a thief on the other side. Let me finish. See a thief on the other side. Let's say they don't even get they get half of what right they would get on God of War. But the thing with See a Thief, the half that you get them continuously because it's an ongoing game and you keep getting revenue from them. It's something that you're gonna keep making money on it. God of War, they buy the game and that's it. And some of them might
you
even
buy it.
refund them because
Nah,
let's say if they
would.
don't like it, they'll try to refund it. But
Listen, it's a game that people would
I
actually
don't know.
will want to play. I mean, there's like I say, you got people on
I
Xbox.
get that people, but most people that would want to play it, they would probably either play it on PC or have already played it
But
on
what? But
PlayStation.
what if they
If
don't
you
have a
wanted to play,
PC? And what if you don't have a PlayStation? You just have an Xbox.
it's too bad, I guess.
Oh, too
Too
bad, I guess.
too
Oh,
bad.
I'm cornering you right
Here's the
now.
thing. Here's the thing also that is funny. A lot of the people and I seen it on your morning show. I gotta call them out. A lot of people are like, yes, yes. But when you talk about Halo going to the PlayStation platform, they're the first one. They're like, no, no, don't do that. I mean, like,
Oh,
if you're willing to accept one thing, you gotta be willing to accept the other thing. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, sour.
But
Look,
I don't think it's gonna happen. But that's just me.
no, listen, Sour. At the end of the day,
We'll
look,
see.
right?
We'll see in the
Because
future.
we're talking money. These guys need to print money. At the end of the day, they need to print money. They got to bring some money in. We saw because look,
Right? So I just bring it because I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to. I wish all games should come to all platforms, but I don't
exactly.
think they will do it. That's what I'm
I
saying.
think what I'm seeing is, and I think this is going to happen in the future, Sour. I think like exclusive are going to instead of being totally exclusive, just going to be time exclusives, and they're going to head to the other platform because at the end of the day, though, they need to print money, Sour. These companies need to print money, and you can't count too much on the console hardware side of things
Oh,
because I know people like to celebrate.
let,
For example, Sony. Oh,
let me add
go.
something real quick. Sorry,
Okay, go
before
ahead. Yeah,
I
so we can land the plane.
misinterpret.
Okay, okay.
In the future, if somehow the hardware it's so because every time it's almost like they're because they're very similar. But if there's a way that, for example, that if you develop the game for PlayStation, for example, and it's super simple to just port it to Xbox, then I can see that happening like that. There.
Look what
Let's
Reggie
say,
says. See, look what Reggie says. Gabe Newell making money without making games. See what I
yeah,
mean?
true.
Ah, now you see where I'm going with this. Thank you, Reggie. That was the hit kill of the
Yeah,
night.
but
Man,
but but
Reggie
that's not
killed
the
you
same.
right
That's not
there.
the same thing because he's
Oh,
making it off the store.
it's making off the store. But wait, but isn't Steam a competitor against PlayStation and Xbox?
Yeah, it's the biggest store. Yeah,
But it isn't a competitor.
okay. And let me ask you this: are all Steam games? Do they come to all the platforms?
No, they don't, but they should, and they do bring it
And
down the
the game
way.
they make.
The majority do go down the way.
No, the game that are made by
Oh, you're
Valve.
talking about Valve? Oh no,
Yeah.
Valve. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they did because Half Life came into console. What are you talking about?
Okay, but I'm talking about all of them. Like, do they all come?
I think they all have because
Mm,
we got Counter Strike on Xbox 360. We got that, and that's their biggest game. We got what else do we have? We
But
got
do you have
another
it
game.
now? Do you have it now or no?
I can still
I
play
don't. I
Counter.
don't think.
I think I can still play Counter Strike. I think it's on there for me to install.
All right.
You see, look what Reggie says. Steam has the advantage of never angering their fans.
True. True.
all
All right, Lou. We
right, all
got to
right.
land this plane.
Let's land this plane. But yeah, Sourblow. At the end of the day, though, what I'm seeing is in the future, these games are gonna come out. They're gonna be time exclusive, 2 or 3 years, and they're gonna port because at the end of the day, they need it. They need to bring in the money.
Okay.
It's
When do
costing
you
too
see this?
much.
When do you see this happen?
It's already started with
No,
Xbox,
no. When you see this, like PlayStation. When you see
PlayStation.
God of War. When you see God of War
I seriously,
coming to Xbox.
it's gonna be soon. I don't know when, but it's gonna be soon. I have a
Give me
feeling
a
it'll be
date.
soon.
Give me a date.
I mean, Sarah, you know what PlayStation is tricky. They started. They remember they started
No,
with
no,
no
no. Don't
day and date
trick
in
you.
PC.
Don't
Yeah,
come with
they're
that
tricky.
BS. Give me a
They're
date.
tricky.
Give me a date.
A date? No, I'm not gonna give you a date.
All right, here.
I'll say this.
In the next 5 years, you think it's gonna
Okay.
happen?
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna happen in
Okay,
less
in
than
the
five
next five
years.
years, I say they're not.
Okay.
So September 2029, guys, write this down. We're gonna see if this happens.
We're gonna
So
see. We're gonna see if they start to drop their own personal, their own IPs over there,
no,
not
no,
just God of War.
God of
No, no,
War,
no.
mainly
All
God of War.
hey, no matter what IP, if it lands over there, it lands. All
No,
right.
because the marathon is gonna come.
Oh shit, Sal, look what you done. Sal, oh
What
Lord,
did I do?
oh Lord, you know, don't read the chat because now it's getting worse. Let's land this plane before it gets worse, man.
What did I do?
Let's land this plane, man. G Mame is asking to Sarah wants to date Louis. I'm telling you, it's getting worse. Let's land this plane. Let's land this plane. Chat. Thank you all for hanging out with us, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. Sarah's got to go watch his wrestling. I know that's why we got landed plane. It probably would last a little bit longer discussing. It was a great discussion. But
No, if it was
yes,
for you, you last four more hours.
oh, I know I can. I demonstrated it. I went 6 hours on the Steam one time. I was tired though that day, but after that. But yes, thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank y'all for the memberships. Thank y'all for the super chats. Thank y'all for everything. You guys that come around here, sit down with us, have some fun, chat with us, and everything. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. I love you all to death.
Yeah, I want to add real quick
What
for
are you gonna
those
add?
of you watching us in other platforms such as Twitch and also Twitter. Please join us on YouTube. That's the platform we're trying to grow. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, etc. All that, and join the conversation. Just don't be shy.
Yes, come in
And
here. Let's talk. That's what we do. We hear and talk. That's what we do. That's what we
pick on
do.
Lou. Pick on Lou.
Pick
That's
on Lou. No, no, you're not picking. No, no, no.
that's
G
mandatory.
baby asked a question, and he said that you're trying to date me. Now we gotta solve that problem.
Oh man.
But anyway, shout again. Thank you all for everything. You guys rock, and thank you all guys for watching on Twitch, for watching on Facebook. You guys are awesome too. Seriously, drop by over here on YouTube, Xbox International Podcast. Subscribe, and yeah, just join us here in the conversation. Just come around and join us. But again, thank you all. Lots of love for you all. Sourblow,
Oh.
where can they find you, sir?
All right. Well, they can find me here, of course, on Wednesdays. Sometimes I'm busy lately, but sometimes I also crash in Xbox International en español. So, si hablas español, if you speak Spanish. We have a podcast on Fridays with Elvio, Eternal Shaddai, Metal Berserker, Aliencita. I mean, that team keeps growing. It's a pretty big team. Pretty entertaining podcast. So go check them out. Friday they have their own channel, and Twitter Sourblow, and basically that's it.
That's it. That's it. And where can you find the crazy one? Simple and easy. You can find the crazy one at Twitter at Crazy Lou Gaming. I'm always there with popcorn in hand because every time the novella goes out or the drama or all that stuff, which we call it a soap opera, novella is a soap opera. I'm right there eating my popcorn. You can also find me at the Xbox Factor Podcast over the Double Barrel Gaming YouTube channel on Tuesdays at noon. Wednesdays, Xbox International Podcast, 7 p.m. ET with Sourblow, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher. And sometimes we just drop out of nowhere with direct gaming with new legal, we just send out the bat signal. Sour, I need a Louis signal. Can you make me a Louis signal so I can stop posting pictures of coffee mugs? I just need a simple Louis signal, like Batman,
Hold on,
cool
let me
Louis
see.
signal.
I think I might have one for you right here. Hold on.
Hmm.
Let me
I need
see
like
if
a
I
cool.
have.
I need like a cool Louis bat signal type of thing that people need Louis to come in the morning, so that way I can post that when I'm about to go on in the morning shows. I
Let me
need
see.
that.
Let me
Seriously,
see if I have
I'm
it here.
filling up my cell phone with mug pictures, and I gotta go in and delete them all the time. I have like 500 mug pictures from like all the shows I've done in the morning. But yeah.
All right, you
Oh
ready?
look,
You're ready for the here? Here's a signal. The Louis signal.
what's the Louis signal? Son of a! I haven't seen it. Where is it? No, that's not gonna be the Louis. Son of a bitch.
That's the Louis signal.
Oh Lord, why do we have to end the show with that thing? Seriously, just make me a cool Louis signal, like a Batman thing. Like it goes out and you have Crazy Louis Gaming logo up there with Good Morning Crazy Louis. You should do that, Sourblow. Do
You
that for
want one
me.
better than that? Oh, you know what
No.
you should do? You should actually get that and frame it like the lady you have in the back on the other wall. That would be it matches and everything. It's like the same like
Okay,
style.
Sourblow. Okay, Sourblow. I got a question for you. Who else lives in my house besides me?
Uh,
Do you think like if her mom comes, you think she's gonna like that picture? Or if my father comes, you think he's gonna like that picture? Think about it. Just think about it a teensy bit. Think about what would happen if they see right there if they see that picture.
oh man.
But anyways, you can also find me last but not least on Good Morning with Crazy Lou Gaming. Mondays to Saturdays. I send out the signal out there on Twitter, put it in our Discord, which sorry, we have not promoted the Discord on here, so that's your fault. So you caught off your own toe on this one. And on YouTube. So that's why you gotta hit that bell, guys. Hit that bell.
Actually,
So
the Discord should be in the description. I think.
should be in the description. Yeah, Discord is under the description. Then I don't know if you did you fix that because the other time it didn't work.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh, they fixed it. Okay, let's see now. Yes, it's working fine. I guess. Yes, it is. Discord app launched. We beamed the info to Discord app. Okay, continue Discord. Let's see now. Oh yeah, it does work. Awesome, it does work. All right, it's cool. It does work. So it's down right down in the description. So guys, that's where you can find the crazy one. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, remember, let's go, let's rock, and end the show, Danny. You just took my idea out of my head.
Go ahead.
And we're still waiting for the Herman Host podcast. Yes! See you all next Wednesday. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off this live stream. On behalf of Xbox International, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you aboard next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.